Let's discuss the introduction first. Enzymes are proteins or RNA which are produced by living cells, and these enzymes are highly specific in their reactions as well as highly catalytic towards their substrates. Enzymes are very important macromolecular biological catalysts. All catalysts are enzymes, but not all enzymes act as catalysts. We all know that enzymes carried out the reaction very efficiently than a reaction that is uncatalyzed by enzymes. The IUB, International Union of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology, firstly developed a nomenclature for enzymes. And the nomenclature of enzymes is derived from their substrate, which they catalyzed, or from the chemical reaction, and ACE is usually added as a suffix. इस nomenclature के मुताबिक जो कि IUB ने इंट्रोड्यूस कराया था, हर एंजाइम के नेम के एंड पर ACE का सफिक्स लगाया जाता है. सफिक्स ACE should be used only for a single enzyme. यहाँ पे एक लिमिटेशन भी है कि जो ACE सफिक्स है वो सिर्फ उस एंजाइम के नेम के एंड पे इस्तेमाल करेंगे जो कि सिंगल कैटालिटिक एंटाइटी हो. अगर किसी रिएक्शन को मोर देन वन एंजाइम का जो कॉम्प्लेक्स है वो कैटालाइज कर रहा है तो कभी भी उस एंजाइम के नेम के एंड पे एज नहीं लगेगा, बल्कि उस एंजाइम के नेम के कॉम्प्लेक्स के साथ एक सिस्टम का वर्ड यूज किया जाएगा. जैसे कि ये लास्ट पॉइंट है, दे शुड नॉट बी अप्लाइड टू सिस्टम कंटेनिंग मोर देन वन एंजाइम. ऑलराइट, here in this slide there is an example of a reaction which is catalyzed by more than one similar enzymes. For example, the system catalyzing the oxidation of succinate by molecular oxygen consisting of, here are three enzymes. One is the succinate dehydrogenase, other one is the cytochrome oxidase, and third one are the intermediate carriers. Then this reaction should not be named succinate oxidase. यानी जो भी एंजाइम है उसको हम सिंपली ये नहीं कह देंगे कि दिस इज द सक्सीनेट ऑक्सीडेज, क्योंकि इस पूरे के पूरे रिएक्शन को बहुत सारे एंजाइम, जैसे हमने नाम मेंशन किए हैं, बहुत सारे एंजाइम कैटालाइज कर रहे हैं. सो वी कॉल्ड इट सक्सीनेट ऑक्सीडेज सिस्टम. जैसे कि मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया कि जब एक रिएक्शन कैटालाइज्ड हो रहा हो मोर देन वन एंजाइम, सो आप एज के सफिक्स को नहीं इस्तेमाल कर सकते, बल्कि उस एंजाइम के नेम के साथ एक सिस्टम का वर्ड ऐड कर दिया जाता है, जो कि इस बात की इंडिकेशन है कि दिस रिएक्शन इज नॉट कैटालाइज्ड बाय ओनली वन एंजाइम, बट इट इज कैटालाइज्ड बाय मोर देन वन एंजाइम. In this slide, here are few rules which are given by IUB. The first one is that each enzyme is described by a sequence of 4 numbers preceded by EC. Then what is this EC? This EC denotes enzyme commission and the number of enzyme is called EC numbers. तो जब क्लासिफिकेशन की जाती है एंजाइम्स की तो हर एंजाइम को एक 4 डिजिट्स का नंबर असाइन कर दिया जाता है. When classified, each enzyme is assigned the EC number in the form of digits separated by periods. In 1961, the first report given by Enzyme Commission classified the enzymes and also assigned the EC numbers to each enzyme. The first number shows to which of the 7 main divisions the enzyme belong. अब ये जो 7 मेन डिवीजन्स का वर्ड यहाँ पे इस्तेमाल हुआ, आगे चल के हम देखेंगे कि एंजाइम की कौन सी 7 मेन डिवीजन्स है. तो जो EC नंबर का फर्स्ट डिजिट है वो इस बात की इंडिकेशन होता है कि ये जौन सा भी एंजाइम है किस वाले ग्रुप से ताल्लुक रखता है. while the second digit indicate the subclass of enzyme and the third digit gives the subclass of enzyme, while the last 4 digit is the serial number of enzyme in its subclass. Here is an example. Oxireductase is an enzyme, and you can see that EC1, 2, 3, 4 is showing in this slide. This EC1, 2, 3, 4 is indicating the different means, like EC is for enzyme commission, while this first digit means 1 digit is for the class of enzyme, and the class of enzyme is oxireductase, while this number 2 is for the subclass 2, like acts on the aldehyde group of donors. ये अब जो डिजिट 2 है ये इस बात की इंडिकेशन है कि जो ऑक्सीरिडक्टेज एंजाइम की सब क्लास है वो किस वाले ग्रुप के ऊपर एक्ट करती है, तो वो एल्डिहाइड ग्रुप के ऊपर एक्ट करती है. व्हाइल दिस नंबर 3 यानी डिजिट 3 जो है वो सब क्लास 3 है. और वो कौन सी है सब क्लास 3? कि वो ऑक्सीजन एक्सेप्टर्स होते हैं. जबकि ये जो फोर्थ डिजिट है सीरियल नंबर 4 वो क्या है जी? वो है जी फोर्थ एंजाइम क्लासिफाइड इन दिस सब क्लास, कि सब क्लास का जो चौथा एंजाइम है वो है ये. तो ये हर ईसी नंबर के आगे लिखे गए जो डिजिट नंबर हैं इनके डिफरेंट मीनिंग्स होते हैं. आप इसकी मुख्तलिफ एग्जाम्पल्स भी देख सकते हैं, गूगल के ऊपर मौजूद हैं कि EC 1143 भी हो सकता है, EC 1345 भी हो सकता है. तो ये डिफरेंट डिजिट्स EC नंबर के साथ जो लिखे जाते हैं ये एंजाइम की डिफरेंट क्वालिटीज को इंडिकेट कर रहे होते हैं, उसकी क्लास के बारे में बता रहे होते हैं, उसकी सब क्लास के बारे में बता रहे होते हैं, और सब क्लास में उसकी लोकेशन क्या है उसके बारे में भी बता रहे होते हैं. Now we are going to discuss the classification. All the enzymes are principally classified on the basis of their reaction they catalyze. तो हम कह सकते हैं कि हर एंजाइम एक स्पेसिफिक रिएक्शन को कैटालाइज करता है. तो अगर हम उस रिएक्शन के बारे में बात करें तो हम कहते हैं कि ये रिएक्शन है और इसका एंजाइम भी स्पेसिफिक है. द केमिकल रिएक्शन कैटालाइज्ड इज द स्पेसिफिक प्रॉपर्टी that distinguishes one enzyme from the other. International Union of Biochemistry IUB firstly given the classification of enzymes. According to this, enzymes are classified into 6 major classes. But nowadays 7 major classes are considered. Each enzyme is assigned a 4-digit code number that we have previously discussed. As mentioned here, earlier there were only 6 classes of enzyme. A new class which is named as translocases was added in August 2018. Here in this picture 7 classes of enzymes are mentioned according to IMB system. The first one is the oxireductases, then transferases, hydrolases, lyases, isomerases, ligases, while the 7th one translocases is the newest one class of enzyme. Let's discuss all the classes of enzyme one by one. Here is the first class which is oxireductase. All the enzyme belongs to this class usually catalyze an oxidoreduction reaction. So the substrate that is oxidized is recorded as hydrogen donor because it is donating the hydrogen to the enzyme. After getting the hydrogen from this substrate, the enzymes are reduced. Because these enzymes accept hydrogen from the substrate, that's why these enzymes of oxireductases also called as dehydrogenases. One example of these enzymes is alcohol dehydrogenase, which also perform the oxidoreduction reaction. Here in this reaction you can see that enzyme and substrate complex, when the substrate loses their hydrogen and the enzyme gets this hydrogen, enzyme become reduced while the substrate is oxidized here. This reaction is showing the catalysis of ethanol into acetaldehyde, which is done by alcohol dehydrogenase. Alcohol dehydrogenase is the enzyme. Alcohol dehydrogenase is reduced here, and this alcohol hydrogenase gets hydrogen from this ethanol. So ethanol is converted into acetaldehyde. Afterwards this acetaldehyde is catalyzed. Acetaldehyde is converted into acetate by another enzyme which is called as aldehyde dehydrogenase. The second class of enzyme is the transferases. Transferases are the enzymes which are responsible for transferring one group from one compound to the other compound. For example, a methyl group or a glycosyl group is transferred with the help of transferases from one compound. The compound which donating the group is called as donor, while the compound which accepting the group is called as acceptor. So transferases are involved for this transfer of a group from one compound to the other. Here you can see a simplified general reaction where X is representing the donor and Z is representing the acceptor, while this Y is the group which is to be transferred from the donor to acceptor, and this reaction is catalyzed by transferase enzyme. In this slide there is an example of a transferase enzyme which is ATCase. This ATCase is an transferase enzyme. This ATCase is responsible for the transfer of aspartate from one compound to the other compound, which is carbamoyl phosphate. When carbamoyl phosphate get aspartate with the help of ATCase enzyme, another compound is formed which is carbamoyl aspartate. The third class of enzyme is hydrolases. As the name is showing, these enzymes which belong to this class are responsible for the hydrolytic cleavage of CO bond, CN bond or CC bond, or maybe some other bonds like phosphoric anhydride bonds. So ये जो एंजाइम है ये सारे के सारे हाइड्रोलिटिक क्लीवेज के अंदर इन्वॉल्व होंगे, और इन हाइड्रोलेसिस की एग्जांपल आपके पास सम कॉमन एग्जांपल है जी, विटामिन ए एस्ट्रोरेज and proteinases etc. Here in this slide proteinase K activity is being shown here, as we have discussed that the proteinase K is responsible for the hydrolytic cleavage. You can see here a polypeptide chain. Then proteinase K in the presence of water cleave the CN bond which is formed between the two amino acids. After this cleavage, this polypeptide is broken down into polypeptide fragments. The fourth class of enzyme is lyases. Lyases are different from the hydrolases. Hydrolases use water for the cleavage, while these lyases does not need any kind of water for the cleavage, but these lyases are also responsible for cleaving the CC bond, CO bond, CN bond. When this cleavage occurs, an other group is being added to the cleaved bond. Example of these lyases is the aldolases or fumarases. Here in this reaction you can see that fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is cleaved with the help of an aldolases into 2,3 carbon compound. One is the glycerol D3-phosphate and another one is the dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and no water is involved for this reaction. The fifth class of enzyme is the isomerases. Isomerases enzymes catalyze the geometric or structural changes within one molecule. So isomerases facilitate the conversion of isomers, geometric isomers or optical isomers. The example of isomerases are alanine racemase, glucose phosphate isomerase. Here you can see in this reaction, this phosphoglucose isomerase is responsible for the conversion of glucose 6-phosphate into their isomer fructose 6-phosphate. Glucose 6-phosphate is a 5-carbon ring, while fructose 6-phosphate is a 4-carbon ring, but both are the isomers of each other. Phosphoglucose isomerase is an isomerase enzyme which is responsible for the geometrical optical changes in a compound. The sixth class of enzyme is the ligases. Ligases are the enzymes which are responsible for the joining of two molecules into one molecular compound, and this reaction utilizing the ATP, and this ATP is changed into a diphosphate bond, means ADP. Ligases catalyze the synthesis of two molecular substrates into one molecular compound with the release of energy, and the common example of ligases is the acetyl-CoA synthetase. This reaction is showing the function of acetyl-CoA synthetase. Here you can see that acetate is converted into acetyl-CoA. Acetate is one compound, while this acetate added a CoA with it, so that acetate is being converted into acetyl CoA with the help of enzyme acetyl CoA synthetase. Afterwards, this acetyl CoA is also converted into fatty acids. The last class of enzymes is the translocases. Translocases catalyzes the movement of ions or molecules across the membrane or within the membrane. Translocases are most common secretion in the gram-positive bacteria. Translocate of the outer membrane can work in conjunction with the translocases of the inner membrane, so they can transport proteins from cytosol into the mitochondria. Here you can see the function of translocases. Translocases of outer membrane 40 is present in the outer membrane, while the translocases of inner membrane 23 are present in the inner membrane of mitochondria. Both these translocases work in the conjunction of each other so that the polypeptide chains or proteins can be transferred from the cytosol to mitochondria at the same time. Now we are going to discuss the isozymes, ribozymes and aerzymes. These all are actually the enzymes but with a little bit modification. Let's discuss them one by one. Firstly, discuss the isozymes. Isozymes are actually the physically distant forms of the same enzyme that catalyze the same biochemical reaction. कि ये जो isozymes हैं actually ये एक enzyme की ही different शक्लें हैं, ठीक है. एक enzyme ही मुख्तलिफ forms में exist करता है और वो catalyze भी एक ही simple biochemical reaction को कर रहा होता है. So we can say that these isozymes are the distinct forms of a enzymes having physical and chemical properties. These isozymes are actually produced because of the post-translational modifications. So we can call them isoforms of an enzyme. You can see here the enzyme A, B, C, D. Due to the post-translational modification, these enzymes can also exist as B, D, C, A. This second form is called as the isoenzyme form of the first enzyme and simply named as isozymes. But actually they are the identical forms in different conformation. How can we identify the isozymes? There are different techniques which are used for the identification of isozymes, like electrophoresis, heat stability, inhibitors and specific antibodies are also used for the identification. In this reaction, pyruvate is converted into lactate with the help of an enzyme which is lactate dehydrogenase. In the next slide, we will see the different forms of this lactate dehydrogenase and we can call them the isozymes of LDH. Here are the different isoforms of LDH which are named as LDH1, LDH2, LDH3, LDH4, LDH5, and in the second column different subunits are mentioned which are responsible for their makeup. Like LDH1 is formed by the H4 सबयूनिट, यानी जितने भी इसके सबयूनिट है चारों के चारों सेम है जैसे कि आपको ये पिक्चर में भी दिखाई दे रहा है. जबकि जो LDH2 है इसमें H3 है बट एक डिफरेंट इसके अंदर जो सब यूनिट है वो ऐड हो जाता है M1. यू कैन सी हियर H3M1 मीन 3 ग्रीन सब यूनिट दिखाई दे रहे हैं और आपको एक पिंक कलर में दिखाई दे रहा है. देन H2M2 दो इसके H वाले सब यूनिट है वाइल दो जो हैं इसके M वाले सब यूनिट है. देन H1M3 एंड M4 रिस्पेक्टिवली. नाउ व्हाट आर एब्जाइम्स? Enzymes are catalytic antibodies having structural complementarity for the transition state of an enzyme catalyzed reaction. These enzymes are also called as catalytic monoclonal antibodies. In 1986, the first monoclonal catalytic antibody were obtained. तो enzymes क्या हैं कि इस तरह की एंटीबॉडीज हैं जो कि कैटालिसिस कर सकती हैं, यानी वो एंटीबॉडीज जो कि एंजाइम को अपने साथ अटैच करके कैटालिसिस का फंक्शन करेंगी उनको हम एब्जाइम्स कहेंगे. और 1986 में फर्स्टली जो एब्जाइम है वो हासिल किया गया था और यही एब्जाइम कैटालिटिक मोनोक्लोनल एंटीबॉडी भी कहलाते हैं, क्योंकि एक्चुअली होती ये एंटीबॉडीज हैं बट ये कैटालिसिस का फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर सकती हैं. Then what are the sources of enzymes? Enzymes usually constructed artificially. These enzymes may also be obtained from human and animal serum, and these enzymes are capable of hydrolyzing DNA, RNA, polysaccharides, etc. because they have these are the catalytic antibodies, so they can hydrolyze DNA, RNA and polysaccharides as well. Here is an example of a catalytic antibody, heptan, and the structural formula of this heptan is also mentioned here. Then the last typical group of enzyme is the ribozymes. Ribozymes are actually the RNA molecules that are performing the catalytic function, and these ribozymes catalyze the biochemical reactions. In 1982, Thomas Z. Zake and Sidney Altman was the two scientists who discovered these ribozymes. Here is the picture of ribozymes, which are actually the RNA molecules but have the catalytic ability. तो जैसे हमने पिछली स्लाइड्स में भी देखा है कि राइबोजाइम्स वो आरएनए मॉलिक्यूल्स हैं जो कि कैटालिसिस का फंक्शन कर सकते हैं. तो मेजरली जो राइबोजाइम्स हैं ये दो फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर रहे होते हैं. मींस दे कैन क्लीव द फॉस्फोडाइएस्टर बॉन्ड एज वेल एज दे कैन सिंथेसाइज द पेप्टाइड बॉन्ड. Here is the DNA molecule. You can see that the phosphodiester bond is formed between the two nucleotide residue, and these ribozymes can also cleave this phosphodiester bond, while the peptide bond is synthesized between the phosphoric acid molecule, and this synthesis can also be achieved by the ribozymes. और जब इसकी अक्रेंस की बात की जाती है कि राइबोजाइम्स कहाँ कहाँ मौजूद होते हैं, तो एक्चुअली दीज राइबोजाइम्स आर वाइडली spread. They can be extracted from viruses, they can be get from the bacteria, can be obtained from the animals, plants as well as from the humans. Earliest known example of these ribozymes are RNase P group 1 and 2 introns, ribosomes, hammerhead ribozymes, and the principal reaction which are catalyzed by these examples is the RNA transesterification, as I told you earlier, and the RNA cleavage, mean the hydrolysis of phosphodiester bond, and these two principal reactions are carried out by the ribozymes. Here you can see in this picture one of the ribozyme which is called as hammerhead ribozyme is catalyzing a reaction, means it is going to cleave the target messenger RNA. Here you can see when this hammerhead ribozyme is attached with the target messenger RNA, it cleaves the target messenger RNA into two fragments, and this hammerhead ribozyme is again present in its initial form. Here are the references from which all the data of this presentation is collected. You can also take help from these books. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.